Greetings everybody, USD ZAR. Let's get into the actual chart. So in regards to this particular instrument, we can see that the market had given us a very nice triple top at this point, as you guys can see, which had a neckline more or less at this level, right? And we saw price breaking the neckline to the bottom side here, and then going back up again to retest, or rather to test that neckline, and at the neckline we saw price moving further down, and we would have looked for potential selling opportunities at this point. And that is because, guys, remember, whenever it comes to triple tops, ideally we want to see price or the market closing to the bottom side of that neckline, heading back to that neckline to test it, and at that neckline is where we would look for potential selling opportunities, and especially if that neckline aligns with key numbers in regards to Fibonacci, right? Anyway, let's proceed, right? So what happened next? So the market kept on pushing further down, and then we saw it creating a W structure at this point. Let me just draw it properly. We saw it creating a W structure at that point, which similarly has a neckline at that point. And similarly, guys, just like with M formations, whenever it comes to W structures, we want to see price breaking to the upside of that neckline, heading back to that neckline to test it, and at that neckline is where we would look for potential buying opportunities, right? So what may actually happen next is that the market may push further down to this level to test it, and if it does so, from where it is at this point is where we would look for potential buying opportunities, right? Another thing that is also very much interesting, if I can just zoom out a bit, is that currently the market seems to be at a very important level. It's actually a key level, as you guys can see. Why do I say it's a key level? It is because we've had multiple rejections at that level. We've had one here, another here, another there, another here, and currently price is playing in and around that area. But as I said, guys, because we had this pattern over here, which has a neckline at that point, right? We saw the market coming back to that level again to retest it, and similarly we should potentially be looking for selling opportunities, but not where currently price is, but should price close at around this area, we should potentially be looking for selling opportunities, right? So these two levels over here are very important levels in regards to buying and selling. However, having said that, we're not just going to buy by virtue of having the market testing those areas. We need further confluence, and we need further reasons for why we should be buying or selling. They're just key levels, as I said, where we should be looking for potential buying and or selling situations. Anyway, from here what I'm going to do is head down to the H4 chart. Just bear with me, guys. Let's see, and here we are on the H4 chart. What do we see, guys, on the H4 chart? And just to recap, guys, remember on the daily chart we spoke about how we had this triple top which has a neckline at that point, right? And we also spoke about how the market currently has created a W structure at this level over here, right, as you guys can see, which has a neckline at that point as well. And we also spoke about how the market currently is at a very strong, or rather important level, because it's a key level where it currently is. And in regards to buying or selling at this point in time, I don't see any opportunities. However, I should also point out that as much as we have this key level at this point, we also have the zone over here, which is also a very strong level of support. If I can just mark it, just bear with me. Could say that the zone over here is a very strong level of support, right? And what may actually happen is that the market, instead of coming all the way back to this level, it may actually only come back to this level to test it, and at this level we might potentially see the market push further up, right? And there is also plenty of scope for the market to push further up. And why do I say so? That is because we have this candlestick over here. It is a bullish candlestick with a very small body and quite a long upper wick, right? And it is a liquidity candlestick, and liquidity candlesticks are candlesticks that represent levels at which the markets need to reach, rather, and those levels contain a lot of money, right? So we could say that at this level over here, there's a lot of money sitting here which needs to be triggered by the market at one point or another. So there is plenty of scope for the market to push further up, and in my humble opinion, I would love to see the market pushing further up to this level, and I believe that at this level we might potentially get a very nice selling opportunity, right? But for now, in regards to buying or selling, I don't see any opportunities, right? But as I said, guys, I would love to see price perhaps coming back to this level, right, to test it, and at this level we should potentially be looking for selling or rather buying opportunities. And if we do find any buying opportunities, we should hold up until price reaches this level, and that is because number one, this level over here is the neckline of that triple top, and number two, we also have this zone over here which is carrying a lot of liquidity, right? So we could say that our take profit should be the zone over here, right? Also, should the market push further down to this level to test it, at this level again is where we would look for potential buying opportunities, and if we do buy, our next take profit should be this level over here again, right? So that's it, guys, and as far as my analysis goes. However, before I close, I just also want to point out that because we had this W structure and our anticipation is to find buying opportunities at this level or even this level, just also bear in mind that because we have, as I said, this W structure, that a lot of people bought on the second leg of that W structure and placed their stop losses just below, right? So all of these stop losses over here represents liquidity, and liquidity, as I said, is money that needs to be triggered by the market at one point or another. So in other words, there's a lot of money sitting at this level in the form of stop losses, and it would actually make sense for the market to push further down to grab all of those stop losses and then only push further up from there, in which case it would give us a very nice W structure in this manner, right? With the second leg being here and the first leg being there. Can you guys see that? So what I'm doing at this point, guys, is just speculating and just showing you some of the possible outcomes that we may experience in as far as USD ZAR is concerned, right? But that is it in as far as my analysis goes, and I hope it makes sense. And just a reminder that we have NFP coming up in the next couple of hours, and it'll be the last NFP for the year, and something tells me that it's going to be a crazy NFP, but we'll see how things unfold over the next couple of hours. And remember to use good money management and just be careful. And one last other thing, guys, is that if you like the content, just remember to subscribe and to like the content. Peace out, guys.